And the kick for the Saints, number 11, David Willer. Frank on the return.
About a 9-yard return.
Brought down by number 5. And for over there. From the other line. On the carry. That run good for Mandan, first down. That's not by the safety, by number 64, Derek Rude.
Okay, we got an injury. It's 10. Tank Berry. Are we good to go? All right. Good evening and welcome to Mandan and the Dakota CW. Phil Bonatti alongside Luke Gamble. We're at 11:40 and counting here in the first position. Mandan on offense to begin this game. It is a 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. Carlson with the handoff.
Don Gee on the carry.
To Don Gee with the carry. That'll be a carry of 2 down to the 25-yard line. 2nd and 8.
Yeah, back-to-back plays, running the ball, opening it up. They came out with the empty backfield and ran the ball with a guy who we thought wasn't even going to play tonight, and that's Lincoln Wiseman. And now they've gone back-to-back plays on the ground here to open up this first series.
Now Wiseman out with an injury today, unfortunately, but Giggy in to return for this one. Carlson in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers to his left. Takes the snap, a quick throw outside Tri Frank, and he's brought down just shy of the 30-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd and short for Mandan.
First pass play of the night, just a quick little simple curl route outside and effective, but you feel like it's only a matter of time before Mandan tries to go for a deep ball if they can get a first down right here.
Seems to be the nature of this offense, going for the deep shots early. They did it against a lot of opponents this year. Offense for Mandan. We'll see what they do on this 3rd and short here at their own 30-yard line. Empty set for Carlson. 2 wide receivers to his right, 1 to his left. It's Wiseman in motion, and the handoff on the sweep. He's going to get there to the 33 and looks to have enough for a first down. And they look like they're going to move the chains.
Just barely enough right there on 3rd and 3. Little jet sweep action to get across the first down marker. Had a friendly spot and a good little push right there at the end to get across.
Apologies earlier. Lincoln Wiseman, yes, he is in this game. Amazingly enough, after suffering an injury a couple weeks ago, broken arm against Minot, but he is in there battling for the Braves. So 1st and 10 from the 34. Carlson takes a snap, a high one, able to collect himself, going to go deep. Carson Jablonski there battling and makes the grab down to the 20, and he is finally dragged down to the 6-yard line. Mandan in business on their first drive.
Wow, what a throw and what a catch. The ball, I mean, you said it was a high snap, almost went out of Carlson's hands. And then he underthrows the ball, and Jablonski comes back to it, makes a really good catch there, fights off a tackler, and it gets down to the 6. I mean, that was a 66-yard, 60-yard pass, quick math there. So a pretty good start there from Mandan.
Jablonski usually able to grab ones on the run. He was fighting in traffic there, but hey, you know, that's what makes him an all-state receiver. Wiseman behind Carlson in a pistol formation. Takes the snap, hands off Wiseman, up the middle, down inside the 5 to around the 4.5-yard line, putting up 2nd and goal.
Wiseman, man, you see him in there. We mentioned he broke his arm against Minot. Coach Sheldon said earlier this week he didn't know if he was going to be able to go or not. He was going to kind of be a game-time decision. He's got that cast wrapped up on the arm there, and obviously not affecting him so far, being the go-to back on the first series.
This is definitely Wiseman territory on the season, a guy who likes to get down low and just lower the pads into a pile and drive his way to the end zone. Another pistol formation for Mandan. Takes the snap and tackled immediately right there by the nose tackle. That's number 66, Jacob Gettle there, the senior, 6'3", 220.
Yeah, it looked like a little read option action there, but Carlson quick to give it off and quickly swallowed up in the backfield there. It looks like a loss of 1 on the play is what they're going to call it.
They'll bring up a 3rd down. We'll see if St. Mary's defense can stiffen here on the opening drive for Mandan. Opening drive just past the 4-minute mark to get going here for the Braves. It'll be a shotgun for Carlson. Wiseman to his right. And in motion. And the ball is collided there and gets out of Carlson's hand, but he's able to recover it. Will be sacked back at the 14-yard line. So a loss of 8 on the play there. And decision time for Coach Sheldon.
Well, that's not what you want to see if you're Mandan. I mean, that's 2 miscues here on the first drive. The first one was a little bit of a high snap. Can't really blame anybody for that one, but this last one, just a miscue here in the backfield. Carlson couldn't get a clean handoff and resulted in a loss of 6 or 7 yards there. So Mandan now in a tough spot on 4th down.
Well, they're going to go for it back on the St. Mary's 14-yard line. Heavy set on the line. Another motion here. Going to fake the handoff. Gettle almost got him. Carlson looking to run, but he's taken down. Taken down by Jackson Richter there. And that is a turnover on downs for Mandan. St. Mary's going to take over and not give up money and points on that opening drive.
And yeah, I mean, if you're Dan Speaker in the defense, you got to be happy with that result. I mean, a 10-play drive that ended up in the red zone and Mandan ends up with no points. You can't complain about that if you're St. Mary's defense. Got to like the way it started.
Let's do a little house cleaning. We were coming on air. A kickoff that was returned only to about the 12-yard line. St. Mary's played well on that special teams unit. And now they are here taking over. Tommy Kralik under center for St. Mary's. Back behind him and a fullback to his right, takes the snap, going read option, looking to toss it back out to Paul Vetter. He's going to power his way to the 18-yard line or so. Gain of, looks like about 4. Bring up 2nd and 6 for St. Mary's. Paul Vetter, a guy who, he's a tough runner. They're looking to go to him a little bit more. Last week, they kind of went away from the run, but Coach Schmeeker looking to integrate a little more balanced attack with St. Mary's this week, especially against the high-power Mandan offense. Handoff going to Vetter again, and once again up in the pile. Mandan stiffening at the line. Maybe a gain of 1. That'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the Saints.
It looks like something where St. Mary's, I mean, they're coming out not afraid to run, getting 3rd down in short situations, and then you have a little bit of your choice of weapon there. If you want to go to the air, go to the ground, and obviously relying on Vetter here early. A nice 5 yards on 1st down, just a yard on 2nd down, though, to get in the 3rd and short situation.
A key 3rd down. Saints want to get more points on the board here in the first quarter. Only 7 scored on the year in the first quarter, so getting off to a better start. Kralik going to take the snap, passing it out. That's Matthew Porter, but he's met immediately by Rustin Mendenwald there. That'll be a tackle for 2-yard gain there. Bring up 4th down, and that'll bring out the punting unit.
Yeah, the thing you got to look at here is not only did you not get the 1st down, but you're going to give Mandan some incredible field position. And Mandan, a team that is threatening on special teams, they just had a 50-plus yard return for a touchdown last week. Different guy back there this week, though. Looks like Ty Frank back to receive it.
They try Frank back there to take the punt from Caden Willer. It's a straight liner. Frank going to gather it right past the 45 of his own 45. Makes a move up to midfield and just into St. Mary's territory. A flag on the field, though, on the play. Our first flag of the night. Our crew, Jed Steiner, our head ref tonight. Umpire Jordan Holm, Brady Weber, our line judge. Our headline judge Ryan Holder, and back judge Tyler Boone. Let's hear what Jed Steiner has to say about the first penalty of the game.
Legal welcome back. On the return, 10 yards from the ball, first down.
So that'll back up Mandan.
Blocking the back call. Obviously, we just talked about field position, and then Mandan shoots themselves in the foot, setting them back an extra 10 yards. Not something you want to see if you're Todd Sheldon, but hey, you're still starting out with the ball, 43-yard line. Not a ton you complain about, but one of the things he talked about in practice this week was remaining disciplined, and that's not what you want to see in the first quarter of a contest like this.
You got to be encouraged how you move the ball on that first drive and see if they can get it back down to the red zone again. Once again in the pistol formation. Carlson with the handoff. Wiseman outside, just tripped up on the edge there. That is
Jackson Richter on the stop.
Jackson Richter with the stop on the edge, able to just get the shoelaces of Wiseman there.
Yeah, going to that heavy left side. They've got the tight end set back right there on the left side. They had two receivers to the left. Running to the strong side of the field and trying to see what they could create. And they created a little bit of space there, but like you said, Wiseman just tripped up at the right time.
They'll bring up 2nd and 8 from the 45 of Mandan. Carlson in the shotgun.
I can't hear a freaking thing.
A quick throw outside. That's Jablonski looking to get around the edge. He's got a blocker. He's got the speed. Down the sideline. Finally tackled down to the 23-yard line of St. Mary's. A big play there for Mandan once again from Jablonski, number 2.
So a 29-yard gain there for Jablonski. You gotta like the stiff arm there that he applied too to get some extra space up the sideline. Just a crazy athletic kid, lots of speed. First team All-State player last year, and if you let him get some open space, he's going to be off and running, that's for sure.
And a heck of a block by Trey Frank out there. Hey, wide receivers can block too. That's what he wants to hear. Let's go to 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line of St. Mary's. Mandan, snap, handoff, Wiseman. But he's there, met again. That's Jacob Gettle. He's been blowing up a few of these plays in the backfield for St. Mary's.
Yeah, really an impressive start here for St. Mary's defensive line in the run game. Able to create some penetration and come up with some huge stops, and really in a matchup that they're kind of undersized against their opponents. It's kind of interesting to see how much pressure they're creating, but those interior defensive linemen constantly attacking, and you know, for the third time tonight, come up with a loss of downs.
So bring up a 2nd and 11 for Mandan. Back in that pistol formation. 2 wide receivers left. And in motion to the line. Carlson fakes the handoff. Going to throw it inside to try Frank. Battling. He's in to the end zone. Touchdown, Mandan. They're on the board first. Try Frank. His 3rd touchdown of the season. And he just battled for those final few yards before the goal line.
So a 24-yard strike is the difference maker to start this one out. And yeah, you said it. He battled those last couple of yards to get in there with a Saints defender on his back.
Here is Alex Wegner, the soccer star for Mandan, on to kick the extra point. Snap good, hold good, up, and it is good. So that is a 7-0 lead for the Braves. With 3:18 to go in the first quarter. Mandan's offense moving the ball here in the first couple of drives. Finally able to capitalize on a try Frank touchdown catch from Max Carlson.
So it took just 4 plays, 1 minute and 36 seconds for Mandan, and we said it in our pregame show. The Big Strike Braves do it again. I mean, they had a 29-yard pass to Jablonski that kind of set him up, got close to the red zone, and then Frank did the rest from 24 yards out. And to me, I mean, it seems like if you're Mandan, you want to just keep attacking in the air because they're doing a pretty good job of it so far.
If you're St. Mary's, you had that 3 and out there. You still want to stick with the game plan to start. You don't want to get too ahead of the game here as far as throwing the ball. But we talk about running the ball a lot, moving forward with that kind of strategy. But the way Mandan's moving the ball, this has changed. Doesn't change anything yet for Coach Meeker, but he's got to think about it. Wagner's going to kick it off here. 3 returnees back for St. Mary's. Of course, the fakeroo here, and they kick up, and then they're going to kick it here. That's kind of what Mandan's been doing this year. Let's see if they kick it off for real here now. And it's up and away. That'll be taken back by Paul Vetter, and he's going to take it up to about the 25-yard line, and that is where St. Mary's second possession will begin with 3:12 to go in the first.
So the Vetter show early on for the Saints. I mean, you look at their drive chart, and it's 2 handoffs to him back-to-back on first and second down. They got stopped on third and then come out with a kick return, and wouldn't be shocked if we see him get the ball here again on first down.
So we got an I formation. Saints coming out heavy to start on this second drive. Kralik under center. Takes the snap. Fakes to Paul Vetter. Looking, pressure coming, and there is a group of Braves there. Get the sack. A loss of 1. Only a sack a loss of 1 there, but it'll bring up second and 11.
Yeah, trying to see a number there on the defense. Looked like it was number 56, Brady Bain, the senior, coming up in the middle. But like you said, a host of Braves creating pressure there, collapses the pocket, and really just making Kralik focus on what's happening in the pocket instead of being able to look downfield.
Kralik has steadily improved this year each game for more and more yardage as every game goes along. He's feeling confident moving into this one as he throws a pass nearly picked off by Carson Jablonski. He could have taken it to the house if he would have had that, but a dangerous throw there on the outside.
Yeah, Jablonski was reading that one like a book, sitting on it. He saw the receiver break to his outside shoulder on that little out route to the sideline and made a jump on it, just about half a step behind.
We'll see what the Saints style up here on 3rd and 11. They're their own 24.
Interesting to see after they've come out with back-to-back passes after running the ball a lot in the first drive.
Matthew Porter in motion. The snap, it's going to roll to his right, and another host of Braves there. First there. Looked like 87 for Mandan.
Boyd Keller.
That's Boyd Keller with the sack there. He's a big boy. Big senior, 6'4", 215, and got there first. That'll stop the Saints drive right there.
So that's now 3 sacks on the day for the Mandan defense. Incredible job by them thus far.
Caden Willer back to punt. Oh, nearly blocked, but it line drive there for Tri Frank as he comes across midfield. He's got blockers. He's going to battle down to the 35 and be taken out there on his own sideline.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of slowed up there a little bit. But once again, great starting field position for Mandan. Coming in here, get the ball with just under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. If you're Todd Sheldon, you got to be thinking at least getting another score here will put you in a solid position, especially after being able to force St. Mary's to go 3 and out twice in a row, something that we haven't seen a lot of so far this year.
It's been an aerial attack so far for Mandan. St. Mary's been pretty effective against the run, but we'll see if that's where Mandan goes to start, if they can start establishing a ground game here early on. But Carlson in the pistol. Takes the snap. Looking. Frank on his outside there, but it's going to sail just past him for an incomplete pass. It'll bring up second down.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of made a little stutter step to try to fake like he was coming in on the curl route and ran the go and just couldn't quite get down the field. But we were talking about Mandan running the ball. You got to think that they're still going to try to beat up St. Mary's in the middle here, because if you just abandon the run game completely, then you're going to make it one-dimensional, and I know that's not something that Todd Sheldon wants to do, especially at this point in the game.
Caden Willer won the coverage there. He's kind of their Swiss Army knife for St. Mary's as far as all kinds of things on this team, and he was able to defend there. And that'll bring up second and 10. They hand off Wiseman, and once again, State's able to really hold them to just about one gain there.
The third down.
Just effective at stopping the run.
And 9 for the Braves.
On a third and long situation, we'll see what they dial up here. Probably through the air.
I was going to say, if I was a betting man, I would say it's going to come out of the air. Try Frank coming to the right side again, and Jablonski in the middle over there. Maybe look for a tunnel screen right here.
3 wide receivers to the left. Jablonski on the outside there. Snap again, bobbled. Carlson stepping up, but number 64 for St. Mary's, that's Derek Rude. Being a rude man there in the backfield, able to get the sack on Carlson. That'll bring up 4th down and 10 on the Saints 35.
Now you're in a position where I feel like you have to go for it. Obviously, not quite field goal range, a little too deep into your own territory to try to punt it here. So Carlson going to lead the offense back out. And 4th and 10, you got to think they're going to Jablonski or Try Frank, one or the other.
To the same side.
Shotgun position for Mandan. Carlson looking to convert here. Looking to go, and he's taken down in the backfield. There is number 50, Harrison Broad, but a penalty flag is on the field. We will see what the call is on this 4th down. Critical play here.
Yeah, didn't quite see that one. Looks like the White Hats talking to St. Mary's defense, though.
Holding. On the offense. Penalty is declined. Vote for the 1st down.
No surprise on the decline penalty there. St. Mary's will take the ball. 13 seconds left in the first quarter. A fast-moving first quarter. So interior defensive line play been really good for St. Mary's to start out here in this first quarter. Probably one play, potentially 2 if we get a complete pass here in the first quarter, but some high-flying action already here on the Dakota CW. We appreciate you joining us here on our maiden voyage here in the Preps High School sports season coverage. St. Mary's Mandan leading 7-0. Tommy Crawler taking the snap. A quick pass out. That's Matthew Porter. He's got space, and he's got a 1st down inside Mandan territory down to the 47. Gain of 13 on the play.
And something that we didn't expect to see. We're looking at 7 sacks combined between these two teams already early in this game. But
these big boys got to eat.
The defensive line's coming to play on both sides of the ball tonight.
Well, that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. We're going to take a break right here. We'll be back with second quarter action. 7-0 Mandan on the Dakota CW. Okay. Clear.
We're going to be on our right half.
Okay. Hold on.
Yep.
Got it.
Brought down by number 31, Trevor Anderson.
All right, second quarter action, and
10 for the Saints.
it's a second down play here for St. Mary's. 2nd and 10 at the Mandan 47.
Best field position St. Mary's has had all night, so definitely hoping to take advantage of that.
We got a stoppage here.
Please shut the stadium music off when the offense is coming to the line.
Playing a little too loud with the music here. Right?
The crowd giving some friendly boos to the white hat after that one.
Players, they practice all kinds of music. I'm sure we wouldn't mind a little music while they're playing. But Kralik with a pass. That's going to be caught. No, it's going to be incomplete. Intended for
in and out of the hands there.
Jackson Ross there. It was in between two defenders, kind of threaded in there, but a little bit of a dangerous pass, but danger averted. It'll bring up a 3rd and 10.
One thing that Dan Speaker said this week was that they abandoned the run game against Fargo North too early. We've only seen them in their last 2 drives run the ball once, so kind of surprising there. But right now, 3rd and 10, you kind of have to go to the air.
This is definitely a passing situation. Kralik once again in the shotgun, 2 wide receivers to either side. Steps back, sees the pressure, then to throw it. Caught right at the line. That looks like it's, the spot there could have, almost close for a first down, but they give it just 2 yards shy. That would have been Jackson Ross on the catch there. 2 yards shy of the first down. That'll be at the 39. Most certainly you'll be going for it here if you're St. Mary's.
Yeah, for sure. And he just kind of ran a little sit route to the middle of the field, and when he got tackled, obviously got tackled in the wrong direction. Didn't really help him with any forward progress there, but a big 4th down.
2 yards to go for a first down at the Mandan 39. Saints in their best spot on the field so far. Kralik takes the snap, looks for a quick pass, going to throw it. There is Caden Willard.
Another great pass route there. Miller doing the same thing, just coming back, sitting to the middle of the field. Kralik had time to run out to his right there, get rid of it. Really good play, developed really well for the Saints, and pick up a huge first down to move a little bit closer to the red zone.
It's a few times the Saints have really kind of sat in the pockets of that defense in that zone and been able to find spots to get open, and they're reaping the benefits now with a first down at the 31. Once again in the shotgun position, Paul Vetter to the left of Tommy Kralik. He's going to follow Vetter along the way, and he's going to run out of bounds. About a gain of 3 on the scramble for Tommy Kralik. He's got a few yards on the year. Only 26, but a couple touchdowns. 14 carries for Kralik, but he knows when to pick his spots when he needs to gain a few yards.
That's right. One of those guys that you'll see pull the ball when he gets close to the end zone, down deep in the red zone, and that's something Coach Shelton talked about for the Braves this week, is they've got to stay disciplined and be able to follow the quarterback and stick with the right guy, especially when it comes here in the red zone and they go with a little bit more option stuff on offense.
Back of that 2 wide receiver on either side, and the shotgun set for St. Mary's. Takes the snap. Read option. Kralik taking it himself. He's going down near the first down, and looks like he has enough down to the 20-yard line, and the Saints are in the red zone for the first time tonight.
So Kralik showing off the wheels here in the first half. A nice little speed option set there to the left side, and able to pick up a crucial first down. St. Mary's got to get the confidence going, moving the ball really well in this series.
Kralik, a big athletic guy. He's 6'4", 190 pounds. He's lanky. He's about my height, so I know he's tall. But he's an athletic guy at the quarterback position, the senior, Tommy Kralik. He's barking out signals here, maybe changing something up here on 1st and 10 for the 20. Takes the handoff to Paul Vetter, and Vetter is going to be swallowed up by Hunter Corbin there in the nose tackle position for Mandan.
Yeah, going back to the ground there, but Mandan ready to pounce on it. You got to believe first down opportunities. That's kind of what they're going to be expecting right up there in the middle. And just a huge defensive front for Mandan. I mean, you look at their starting 4 across the front: 6'4", 215, 6'2", 250, 6'2", 270, 5'11", 205. So your shortest guy is 5'11" down there on the end. I think you're doing pretty well for yourself.
I know those are some expensive grocery bills for the parents of those boys. We got a 2nd and 11 for St. Mary's. 3 wide receivers to the right. Kralik going to roll to his right. Going to throw it to, it's going to be picked off on the tip pass. Number 42. That's Wyatt Peel there, the junior. 6'3", number 42, Wyatt Peel. Right man at the right time, and Mandan is going to take over at the 17-yard line. So a tough way to end that drive for St. Mary's.
Just a huge interception there, too. But, yeah, I mean, tough ending for St. Mary's. I mean, he's trying to roll out of the pocket. Ball ball just tipped off his man and right into the hands of a really good linebacker who was prepared for it.
So Mandan setting back up here in their own territory, deep. Carlson going to hand it off. That's going to be Wiseman again. He's up ahead across the 20, right at the 25 actually, and that'll be a gain of about 8 yards. Make it second and 2.
Down, 2 for the Braves.
So Wiseman not shying away from contact with that arm wrapped up, and Todd Sheldon not shying away from handing him the ball either. I mean, he is a really good back there, going almost over 1,000 yards last season.
I can imagine it's tough to run with a cast on your hand, but he's making it work so far. And Mandan making it work so far on offense. Carlson on the 2nd and 2, handing off to Wiseman again. Going to bounce outside. He's got an edge. He's got a first down and a little bit more down inside the 39, right around the 39-yard line, 38. Let's say he's actually down at the 37-yard line. That's where they're spotting him.
So about a 12-yard gain. And, I mean, we keep talking about Lincoln Wiseman, but the really impressive thing here is their offensive front. And Todd Sheldon said this is a group that's really started to gel. They've got a ton of returning starters up front, especially right there in the middle with senior Seth Gerhardt at center.
If Mandan can get a ground game going, then that makes that passing game so much more dangerous. We'll see what they do on their 1st and 10. Another handoff to Wiseman again, bouncing to the left and up ahead to about a gain of 5. It'll be bringing up 2nd and 5 for Mandan. So Wiseman 3 straight carries on this drive to get things going, and he's getting already to midfield basically.
Carson Jablonski's got his hands on his hips, man. They've just been handed off to the running back.
He's still recovering from it. Hey, he's a track star. I don't know. He's just out there on the outside. Definitely a burner and a threat for Mandan. But right now it's been Wiseman's drive to start. We got 2nd and 5. Another handoff inside. It's Wiseman again. Up ahead to about the 45. That is a gain of 3. Bring up a 3rd and short for the Braves.
4 straight plays on offense, 4 straight handoffs to Lincoln Wiseman. And when you look at him, 63 attempts coming into this game, 315 yards and 5 touchdowns on the season, and that's with him missing a game last week against Williston.
We'll see what Mandan does here. It's been 4 straight runs, 3rd and short. Carlson in the pistol. Takes the snap. Another handoff. Wiseman up ahead. Met at the line. Looks like he spun enough for a first down. That's where they're going to spot him at the 48. Gain of 3 and enough for a first down for Mandan. 5 straight runs for Wiseman.
31 yards in a row here for Wiseman. He's finally getting a rest. Coming over to the sideline and a much-needed breather and a water break coming for him. So let's see if they don't try to take their shot. 5 plays, 5 touchdowns, a 50 or more yards so far this season for this offense. Could be a chance to have another one here, sitting 52 yards from the end zone.
Mandan setting up with 3 wide receivers to the right. Carlson, another high snap, able to bobble and get collected. It's Jablonski on the outside. He makes a stiff arm, and he's going to get outside to the first down. Going to beat everyone to the first down marker.
Pushed down by number 20, Paul Bell.
Looks like
They actually spot him just short. Apologies there.
2nd down and 1.
Still a 2nd short. Good play by Jablonski to get outside, use the stiff arm, and get outside the defender and find that space.
Kind of interesting. I mean, we've seen that's the 3rd time tonight that we've seen a snap to Carlson go almost out of his hands. That one necessarily wasn't a bad snap either. I almost wonder if he's trying to look to his reads before he catches the ball. Maybe something to settle down, kind of process his second more.
I'd be excited if I'm throwing to these guys too. We got a 2nd and 1 for Mandan. Setting up a handoff. This is Revin Davenport, and he's got enough for a first down to move the chains once again into Saints territory. Now at the 41 of St. Mary's. Under 6 to go here in this first half.
Yeah, the young guy, the sophomore coming in and getting a touch here early in this game. Good to see some young guys get some touches, especially with Lincoln Wiseman over here trying to catch a breather. Lots of these guys, hands on their hips, though. This is a long, sustained drive at this point for Mandan. They're used to those quick bursts like we talked about.
Seems like Mandan's bouncing more to the outside on these runs instead of going right to that same area that's giving him so much trouble before. Pistol formation now. Jablonski in motion across the line. A throw outside, but communication between Carlson and Oldhauser. Complete pass brings up second down and 10.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened there. I don't know if that ball was tipped or if they were just on the wrong page, because it looked like Oldhauser was going about 5 yards deeper than where Carlson thought he was going to be. Maybe he thought he was coming back to that when he never did.
Yep, a little miscommunication on there, but that's why we have the coaches and the adjustments to make it happen. I'm sure that'll be talked about with Coach Sheldon.
Ninth play of the drive here. Mandan trying to stretch it out a little more. Really eat a lot of this clock off, too.
Second and 10. Mandan in that pistol. Carlson takes the snap. Steps up, but he's going to be swallowed there on the defense. That is Will Marks on the sack there. A loss of 6 yards. Brings up 3rd and 16 for Mandan.
That was a great job there, and that was just straight up the middle, man on man. Seth Gerhardt, the senior, got beat right there by number 70, the nose tackle, and just a great job creating penetration, creating pressure, and Carlson not able to handle it. That's now St. Mary's 5th sack of the game.
Will Marks credited with the sack there. It brings up 3rd and long. Under 5 to go in this first half. Carlson in the shotgun. Right at the logo. Takes the snap. Going to throw it to Jablonski. He's going to make a move. Cuts inside. Met by some defenders. We'll get back to where they started on this series, but not enough for a first down. It'll be 4th and 10 for Mandan at the 41.
Carlson didn't have much deep, decided to check down and let the speedster kind of work. He was able to create a little bit there, but obviously not enough. But Mandan not going to shy away from this. Try to get another big first down here on 4th and 10 with just over 4 minutes left in the half. This is a huge 4th down.
Huge 4th down for sure. We'll see if St. Mary's can get a stop here. Maybe flip the field a little bit and see what they can do before halftime. Mandan in the pistol. Carlson going to throw it deep. Let's try Frank. He's open and he's got the grab down to the 16 or 15-yard line. But that is a red zone possession now for Mandan. Great grab by Tri Frank outside.
Tri Frank, the MVP of the night so far for Mandan's offense. Another 24-yard catch. And, hey, you throw it out to the big guy. He's ready for it. He had his man beat, too, going down the sideline. Just turned around. Nice, easy catch. And nice throw there by Carlson as well.
Just a perfect adjustment on that ball. He knew right where to put it. Mandan in business inside the red zone at the 16. Carlson on a 1st and 10. Going to hand off. This is Wiseman. Cuts upfield, and he's going to get close to first down yardage. It's going to be a gain of 9. Bring up 2nd and 1. Inside the 10-yard line now. Mandan in prime position to add more points here before the half.
So Wiseman comes back in the game, immediately gets the ball handed to him again and picks up 8 yards on the play. Chug a little bit further here into the red zone for the Braves offense.
Braves with a heavy set on the line. 2 wide receivers outside. Carlson takes the snap, hands off Wiseman, bounces out to the right. He's got some space, takes on a defender, and they're going to call a touchdown. He's in there. Touchdown, Mandan. Lincoln Wiseman with a run. Touchdown for the senior.
That gives this homecoming crowd a little something to cheer about here. I was actually a little shocked to see that they called it a touchdown. It looked like the receiver on the far side lost his block, and the corner made a really good attempt at a tackle, but they said Wiseman went up and over him.
Well, that kind of effort, you might as well give it to him, right? Alex Wagner on the extra point here. High snap, but able to gather himself and kick the extra point through, and it is 14-0 Mandan with this over 3 minutes to go in this first half. Braves in business on offense again. Thanks to a few big plays, and mostly on the ground from Lincoln Wiseman.
The mobile ordering for the concession stand.
So 5 minutes and 35 seconds the total time for the drive, and that's a great drive to put together for Mandan there. Looks like 13 plays, just over 5.5 minutes, and ends with the guy that they started off with. 5 runs in a row to start this drive, and then Wiseman gets to end it with 2 runs in a row back-to-back to tally the last 16 yards to get into the end zone.
You say if it Madden turned, Wiseman had the X Factor going. Well, Mandan will kick off here once again after scoring the touchdown. The music rocking here at Starion Sports Complex. Third-ranked Mandan taking on St. Mary's, looking for revenge from a year ago, falling in the last-second field goal game-winning kick there over at St. Mary's a year ago, 20-17. Mandan in business to get revenge today. A little pop-up shot to the middle of the field. It's going to be gathered in by the Saints, and they'll be down at the 31-yard line. That's where they're going to begin their drive with just under 3 minutes to go before half.
From the 30-yard line.
Yeah, looking back to that Mandan drive, though, that's now 67 yards for Wiseman on the night. Frank has 63 yards receiving, so those are kind of the 2 guys they've gone to. Jablonski's only touched the ball a handful of times, just twice on that last possession for 16 yards, so not a lot from him so far.
St. Mary's able to move the ball in their last drive, but ended in an interception near the red zone, so hoping for a better result. 3 timeouts with under 3 to go. Kralik going to hand it off. Paul Vetter outside, plenty of room. He's got plenty of space. Free down the sideline, finally brought down to the Mandan 25-yard line. A big gainer there for Paul Vetter, the senior. And that's the kind of play you're looking for if you're St. Mary's.
Absolutely. 45-yard pickup, and a huge play. I mean, we said they didn't want to abandon the run game too early. Dan Speaker adamant about that after he said they may have done that a little too early against Fargo North last week. So St. Mary's going back to the ground, and it works out a big way, getting the edge on the left side and breaking it for a big run. This is where St. Mary's gets their points. 42 points scored, more in any quarter than any other quarter they played this season. Kralik with the low snap, he's going to have to fall on it and eat it there at the 30-yard line, so that'll be a loss of 5 on the sack. Yeah, that one just couldn't quite get it in his hands. Couldn't, probably a smart move there from a senior guy to just fall on top of that when you kind of chalk up your loss, because you don't want to try to pick it up and be a hero, do too much, and then end up in an even worse spot. So it'll bring up 2nd and 15. Plenty of time for St. Mary's to do something here with just 2 minutes to go now in the first half. 2nd and 15. Kralik in the shotgun. Quick pass out. Matt Porter going to make the grab. He's going to spin out of a tackle up to about the 26-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and long for St. Mary's. Getting back almost everything that they just had. A nice little 4-yard gain. And my jaw kind of dropped a little bit there on the spin cycle move on the outside. Nice little move there from Porter, but brings up another huge 3rd down. And you got to believe in this area of the field, the St. Mary's are looking at 4-down territory anyways. The very same kind of spot. They threw a game winner against Bismarck. Aiden Price making the catch to the corner of the end zone. So maybe a shot here to pay dirt, but we'll see. A 3rd and 11 for St. Mary's. 3 wide receivers to the left. Kralik going to roll that way, looking for a guy. Going to throw it kind of to the end zone, but Porter was turned around, couldn't find the ball. So that falls incomplete. Bring up 4th and 11. You got to bet St. Mary's is going to go for it here with about 1:04 to go. If you remember, that's the same kind of pass play that they beat Bismarck on too. Tried to go to the outside shoulder. The receiver was turned the wrong way and couldn't correct. I don't think that one would have mattered. It was a little too far towards the out-of-bounds margin, but still a great effort there from Porter. Huge 4th down, though. If you're the Saints, I mean, you got to find somebody open in a short field and not necessarily look for the end zone, but just make sure you convert this 1st down and keep this drive alive. I think you take that shot knowing you're going to go for it on 4th down here. So we'll see what they do here on 4th down. 4th and 11. Kralik takes the pass. Going to throw it across the middle. Oh, nearly caught, but it's going to fall incomplete. That was It's going to Leighton Vetter.
Leighton
that
Vetter
time.
there, incomplete. That would have been his first catch if he was able to hold it in on the air, but that will be Mandan's ball to take over here with a minute to go. They got all 3 timeouts, so we'll see how aggressive they get at their own 26.
Yeah, it looked like Vetter there was just trying to come across the middle on maybe a tad bit of a drag route and just wasn't able to come up with a completion. So Mandan takes over as a result.
Carlson communicating with his offense.
Maybe looking for a big strike here with just a minute to go.
Jablonski on the far side. He's going to go in motion, and there will be a timeout from Todd Sheldon. First one of the half for the Braves.
Yeah, something wasn't going right there. Carlson was trying to communicate with the receivers, and somebody wasn't picking up the signal very well. So Sheldon, the guy who calls plays for this offense, decides to call a timeout. This Braves offense is something spectacular, and they've got a chance for another one of those big plays that we've talked about here with 58 seconds left to go. They had 2 touchdowns just last week of more than 50 yards. I'm sure the Braves fans would like to see one more here right before the half.
This has been such a good start for the Braves this year. A historic start, with the best start since 2011. This is a team that has been looking for a Dakota Bowl appearance, hasn't ever had one since the 40s, since Mandan has been there for a state championship.
Yeah, and this is the team to do it with. I mean, 4 offensive linemen returning from last year, 9 offensive starters all around returning from last year, 8 defensive starters returning. So a veteran group that knows what it takes to win, and seems like they're really knocking on the doorstep of another playoff run this season.
Some could say this is the best team in the state with who they have beaten, especially Fargo Davies, who's number 1 right now. Carlson takes the snap, going to take it himself up the middle, but only going to be tackled for about a gain of 2 there. Looked like on the tackle. Number 70 once again. That's Will Marks on the tackle.
Marks making his mark tonight on that defensive front, and a big stop there to keep the clock rolling.
Mandan going hurry up. Carlson, not a play, is going to be whistled dead. Going to be a false start, it looks like, on Mandan. So that'll back him up 5 yards. 37 seconds to go. That'll bring him 2nd and 13.
Mandan's 2nd penalty of the night. Something Todd Sheldon said this week, we got to stay disciplined, and not doing a bad job of it so far, but definitely could be doing a better job.
I think they were just a little eager to get going. I'd be eager too, but they're going to roll the clock here, so 30 seconds and counting. Mandan might be sitting on this before the half. Carlson in the shotgun, 2nd and 13, takes a snap, going to throw a little screener out to Try Frank. Able to stiff arm one guy and get out of bounds at around the, looks like the 37. That's enough for a first down with 15 seconds to go. The clock stopped there.
Try Frank, the go-to guy tonight. Another big pickup, 14 yards, just enough for the first down. 15 seconds. You got to think you've got enough for 2, maybe 3 plays if you squeak a tight one in there. But hey, if you go for the home run ball, you may only need 1.
You got to see that arm talent from Max Carlson, see how far he can throw it, maybe get a few more yards and chuck it to the end zone. Carlson, the shotgun, going to throw it outside. That's Peyton Olhauser on the outside. He's going to be tackled, but the clock's going to run. No, that's going to stop there at 8 seconds. Another timeout for Mandan. 8 to go. That is their 2nd timeout of the half.
Good job jumping on top of that one there. 8 seconds to go. Got to see what they're going to dial up. Going to bring in a little bit of a heavier option here with Tristan Ulmer coming into the game. One of those tight ends that they have, a young tight end. So see if they can't get some extra protection for Carlson here in the backfield and give him a little bit more time to dial up the deep ball.
8 seconds to go. You think maybe a little 9-yard out. Try Frank on the sideline and see if you got a couple seconds to chuck it to the end zone?
I don't know. I think if you're doing that, you might be living on a prayer. So you might just better go ahead and go for the deep ball.
Or heck, maybe the way Carson Jablonski can move, you do a little bubble screen, see what he can create.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
So 8 seconds to go before we hit halftime here on the Dakota CW. We thank you for watching wherever you're watching, Dakota CW or KXNet.com or on the KX News app. Thank you for joining us at Mandan and St. Mary's. Homecoming here for Mandan. 8 seconds to go. 14-0 Braves. Before we hit halftime, Carlson takes the snap. Stepping up, and he's going to be, eludes a tackle, going to run outside to the boundary. 2 seconds to go.
Carlson on
He's
the
going to be
run.
there at the 46 with 2 seconds left. We'll see if he can chuck it to the end zone from here.
It'll be 3rd and 1 with 2 seconds
This most
left.
certainly will be the last play of the half, barring any penalty.
Carlson, second time this drive right here that he's been able to escape the pocket. Something that he wasn't able to do those first couple of drives, so nice to see him get a little awareness back there, trying to move the feet and keep things going in a positive direction for this Braves offense.
With 2 seconds left, Mandan maybe looking for some magic here. Carlson going to throw it deep. It's going to be picked off. Picked off by Matthew Porter. He's got some space down the sideline. He's going to be met by some offensive linemen. No time left, and he'll be tackled there, and that will end the half here. So that is the first half here in Mandan. The Braves leading 14-0 over the Saints. We will take a break, and we will be back with more from Mandan after this.
Please give a roll to the 2022
Test.
Apologies for the technical difficulties. Once again, back here with Athletic Director of Mandan, Mark Weiss. Mark, homecoming, you got such a big crowd here. It's a wonderful night for Mandan football.
Absolutely. Great atmosphere, fun night for us, fun night for our kids. And we've had a good game to watch up to this point in time, and I knew it would be. St. Mary's brought a great crowd. We've got a great crowd, so we'll see how the second half goes here.
It's great to see these rivalries renewed, and bringing St. Mary's back to this side of the river. What is it like to have a school like this, come back and have these rivalries kind of come back?
Well, I haven't been around as long as many people in this community and St. Mary's, so I don't have all the history on this tradition, but for myself, the last 2 years, it's been a lot of fun just to rekindle that spirit again. You play these teams like St. Mary's and other sports, but when you get them back on the football field, it just adds a little bit more excitement to the whole story.
There's all kinds of excitement around your program and around the athletic department, especially with the new construction over there behind us over in the field. A lot of good facilities kind of coming up. Can you describe what's being built there, obviously, as far as what you're going to see with the athletic department?
Sure, absolutely. It's going up quicker than I thought, but we have a indoor tennis dome going up. It'll be about roughly 42,000 square feet. Inside, we'll have 6 indoor tennis courts. I believe 3 of those, they'll have line for about 10 indoor pickleball courts, which is a growing sport in the community. And outside of it, we'll have, I believe, 4 pickleball courts on the outside as well. So it's great, not just for our community, for Bismarck across the river. We'll be able to use it for West Region tennis tournaments, state tennis tournaments. So it adds another layer to what we can do in this community, one we haven't been able to host before. But tennis is a growing sport. It's a lifelong sport. We got a lot of people who play in our community, so it's going to be useful and it's going to be used quite a bit.
When is that project projected to be wrapped up?
I'm hearing somewhere in November, December, it should be completed. So, the sooner the better. I know our tennis kids and our tennis coaches are getting ready to get inside of that as soon as it's up, but it's going to be a really neat addition for our community.
State champion girls tennis team a couple of years ago. That's a program that is definitely looking forward to be playing some matches in there.
Absolutely.
Well, Mark, we're going to take a break. Appreciate you stopping by. We'll be back with more from the half here in Mandan and St. Mary's.
What's that? All right. Finally got the varsity up and ready to go get that.
Welcome back into Mandan, the game between the Mandan Braves and St. Mary's Saints, and we've got the opposing AD up here with us now. New AD, Tanner Pearson, joining me. First off, I mean, what an incredible first night of football. I mean, great score, great atmosphere, great crowd. What's it like for you being up here and taking on this game from the stands?
Well, I might be a little biased as a former football coach, but there's nothing better than Friday Night Lights, you know, and we got two good teams out on the field competing, and you know, Mandan's a good football team. But I've been happy with the way that our guys have been competing and fighting, and should be an exciting second half.
Well, for you that don't know at home, Tanner used to be the head coach at Linton HMB. Was a 9-man program, won a state title there, then moved up to 11-man. What's this transition been like for you just since the spring and summer, moving to an AD position? How different has it been than being a head coach?
Yeah. I mean, it's been the spring and summer were crazy months, you know, packing up and moving up to Bismarck and stuff like that. But the transition's been really good, and the people at St. Mary's have just been phenomenal, and they've been very welcoming to my family and I. And you know, it was hard, you know, knowing I wasn't going to be being a football coach and you know giving up the sidelines and stuff like that. But it's been a good move. I'm really happy up here. It's been good to get to know the kids at St. Mary's and the families at St. Mary's, and it's just been a good fit so far.
Obviously, it's been a little different. Linton was your hometown. To move away from there, what's been the biggest difference being in an AD role, just logistically and stuff that people may not see behind the scenes that's different than just, you know, calling plays on a Friday night and prepping for game day?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I care about is football when you're a football coach. You know what I mean? Like, that's all you care about. You're like, you know, whatever for all the other activities. You care about your sport and winning football games and coaching your kids. And, you know, now at the AD role, there's a whole lot that goes on at a school outside of just football, you know. And so, you know, just giving equity to all sports and you know, you're at volleyball, and then you're going down to Riverwood to, you know, to watch girls golf, and then you're at football. So you're all over the place, and but I love it. You know, you get to support all the activities, and it's been good. It's been a good transition.
Well, that's something you said is when you were in Linton, you were doing all those things anyway, supporting the team. So that aspect isn't that much different. But you know, as we wrap up here, is there anything that you've identified of like, hey, this is somewhere that I want to make progress in as a new athletic director?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, in terms of us, we're always in that kind of gray area of top division, second division, you know. And for us, you know, a big deal is numbers. You know, it fluctuates. There's a big difference between having 60 kids out for football and 90 kids out for football. And so, you know, for us, it's just kind of the mindset of getting our kids to believe, hey, we belong up in the top division. You know, we can compete at this level, and you know, so that's kind of the big thing that I've been trying to preach to our coaches and to our kids is, you know, we may be one of the smaller schools up here, but we can compete, and that's why I've been happy so far. I think the kids have that mindset.
Well, definitely a new challenge this year for St. Mary's as they've jumped to the 11 AA, but a challenge that they've taken on willingly here, just down 14 points against a really good Mandan team. We'll be back in Mandan right after the break.
The varsity Kachinas are coached by Kiana Kasalecki and Alicia Ricklinger.
Welcome back to Mandan, and we are seeing the Mandan Braves come out on the field, a 14-0 lead after half, and a pretty effective half, especially on offense for Mandan. A lot through the air, a lot through the ground. They're finding success moving the ball all over the field. Tried Frank with a touchdown to begin things here in the first quarter, 7-0 after one, and then it was the Lincoln Wiseman show on the next drive after that. St. Mary's on the other side has been able to move the ball a little bit here and there, but unfortunately the turnover plaguing them on the red zone back on their second drive in the second quarter. So this is where we are right now, 14-0 in the third quarter. Going to start here in about 3 minutes. So St. Mary's will get the ball to start the second half. And what are you saying to this offense if you're Coach Schmeeker?
Yeah, I mean, you've got to find gaps and find some explosive plays. Obviously, they had the one huge run from Better that was 45 yards. He's just got 6 yards more than that outside of that one play, so he's sitting at 51 total right now. If you're St. Mary's, you got to find a way to manipulate that front line and try to create some space to be able to run the ball, try to create some gaps. Offensively, you can't just rely on running the ball, though. You got to be able to pass too. And St. Mary's has done okay passing the ball, but got to be able to find some more space there with the open guys. Obviously had the interception. Tommy Kralik just 31 yards through the air right now. His counterpart Max Carlson 59 yards through the air. If you're St. Mary's, I think it's what we've said all game. You've got to be able to establish your game. It's something that Coach Speaker said they didn't want to get away from, and something that they've got to get back to early here in the second half.
If you're Coach Sheldon coming out of the half here, you got to be happy with how this offense has moved the ball. You got to be happy with the opportunistic abilities that this defense has been able to have against the St. Mary's offense. The key sacks and key moments, the key interception in the red zone. If you're Coach Sheldon, not much to say other than keep doing what you're doing as you kick off the ball here to start the third quarter.
Yeah, most definitely. And I think the one thing that Mandan did a really good job of was sustaining that last drive. The scoring drive on the 8-yard touchdown run by Wiseman. I mean, they were able to stop it up the field. Ended up being an over 5-minute drive. And I think if your team can do that one more time, then you can't really complain much because right now it's been a lot of short and choppy drives. If they can do that, take some time off the clock, that really puts the pressure on St. Mary's, and will put Mandan in a really good spot. Something to watch out for. This year so far, St. Mary's opponents have scored 31 points in the third quarter, 29 points in the fourth quarter. So they've been huge scoring opportunities for the opposing team against St. Mary's. I think that's one thing that St. Mary's has to do. It's one thing that Coach Speaker talked about this week is coming out of the locker room better, having better starts out of the locker room. They got to have a better start out of the second half here to be able to defend, something big and big scoring bunches like that for Mandan in the second half.
Third quarter interceptions and turnovers were a critical part of that week to Fargo North and really got them in a hole they could never get out of. And that is where the game was won and lost a week ago over at St. Mary's. So we will see if that is the case tonight. Can the Saints get out of the locker room with a little oomph? They will receive the kick as Mandan sets up. Alex Wagner ready to send it deep. The three guys standing back for Mandan just past the 10-yard line.
Not a usual setup to have three guys back there at the back.
Hey,
make sure you secure the ball, right?
Somebody's got to grab it. Wagner kicking it off, and we are underway in the second half. That'll be bobbled and nearly fumbled, but Vetter is there to regather it, and he will take it just outside to the 25, 26-yard line, and that is where St. Mary's offense will set up.
Scary, definitely not something you want to turn the ball over right away, but better able to collect it And he's kind of been Mr. Reliable for this offense in the first half on the ground. 51 yards on the ground for him in the first 3 quarters.
He had that big breakout run on that first play before the half, and unfortunately St. Mary's couldn't do anything else with it, turning it over on downs to Mandan, but he really broke one on the outside just before the half, and that was the biggest run of the night, biggest play of the night for the Saints. So Kralik in the pistol. Matthew Porter in motion. Kralik going to hand it off. Outside, that is Jackson Richter making his way, fighting for a first down there across the 36-yard line, 37-yard line. Let's say it's at the 37.5 for St. Mary's and a first down on one play.
Well, a nice gain there by Richter, a guy that I don't think we've seen get the ball so far this game. We don't have him down for any stats, so a guy who's getting his first touch of the night and coming at an opportune time.
More of a defensive guy for Dan Schmeeker, but gets the job done at the fullback position. Under center is Kralik. Going to hand it off to Vetter. Met at the line, but he's going to escape a tackle, but not another one. That is number 56, Brady Bame, there on the tackle for a loss.
Mandan doing a good job of creating some pressure right there in the middle of the line. We talked about how big they are right there in the middle, and Bame is one of those guys, 2-year starter up front, 6'2", 250, a good guy that can clog some space right up the middle.
So that gets St. Mary's behind on this drive here, 2nd and 12. That puts Kralik in a shotgun position, 3 wide receivers to his right. Takes the snap, gonna roll to his right. Gonna throw it across the middle. That's Jackson Ross with a catch. Down to midfield for St. Mary's. And that's another first down for the Saints.
Good 12-yard pickup there. Across the middle in another position where you see Tommy Kralik rolling out, getting in open space, kind of turning the shoulders and getting the ball out. The whole offense flowing that way, and just a really good clean pass. I mean, he was wide open there in the middle of the field was Ross, and able to pick up a huge first down. St. Mary's moving the ball pretty well here early in the second half.
Seems like these wide receivers know where they need to set up in order to find the space in the defense. A little intelligence on these wide receivers when it comes to where they need to be on the field. 1st and 10 at the 50. Kralik going to pitch it out, Paul Vetter, but he's met there behind the line. Number 42. That's Wyatt Peel. Tackle for loss, a major loss, a loss of 7.
Yeah, you said a loss of 7. I almost thought that Hill was going to rip that ball in the middle of tackling him, because Vetter really didn't even have the ball in his hands before he was starting to get tackled. Great job by him covering it up and protecting the rock, but now you're St. Mary's. You just talked about how they've been moving the ball well, and they've set themselves up short.
So 2nd and long for St. Mary's. You think you got to pick up a few yards here to make a manageable 3rd down before you lose this drive. Kralik steps back. Gonna be sacked by number 38. That's Brendan Huss, pardon me, on the sack there. Another loss for the Saints. Makes it 3rd and very long.
So that'll make it 4 sacks for this Mandan defense now on the night. And a great one coming right there for them as they create 3rd and a mile.
This is kind of one of those plays where you don't want to make any critical mistake. We talked about it. 3rd down turnovers, a big issue last week for St. Mary's. So maybe pick up a little bit of something here and then pin them deep on a punt. Hopefully your defense can make something happen. Kralik steps back, throws across the field. There it is. Out of the 50. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Jackson Ross with the reception again. But that'll bring on the punting.
About a 14-yard gain, but when you set yourself up in 3rd and 24, it doesn't do much for you. So a 6-play drive there for St. Mary's that goes just over 3.5 minutes before they go 3 and out and give the ball back to the Braves.
Carson Jablonski back to return the kick. As Caden Willer punts it away. Straightaway punt. Jablonski setting up. He's got a return. making some moves, dancing around, going to the right side. You got to get the edge. There's going to be a flag, though, as he's right at about their own 40-yard line. You know, on a flag on a return, this one might be going back.
Yeah, I gotta think that's gonna be.
We have a second quarter update from the Shamley Century game.
Oh,
Shamley
wait,
up
see what the
7-0
call is.
over
Not sure where
Victory.
that's gonna go.
Usually the usual culprits blocking the back. He's looking at the St. Mary's sideline, so it might be one going against Mandan here as they're moving the offense back.
Illegal ball in the back. On the return, 10 yards from the ball. First down.
So that'll bring Mandan back to about their own 15-yard line. Start this one, 16-yard line. Looks like that's where we're going to set up here.
Maybe.
Maybe, we'll see. A little indecision from our right here. We're figuring it out. Hey,
The ball at.
as long as we get it right, that's all that matters.
And we'll start 1st and 10 from the 15.
So Mandan, a force on offense all season, looked really good in the first half, moved the ball well through the air and on the ground. First possession of the second half here, and it's Carlson in the pistol formation. Carlson, he's looking for try. Frank, ball's batted up in the air, but nobody there.
Carlson fast.
That'll be incomplete. Bring up second down.
Yeah, that one just getting tipped in the air. Lucky for Mandan, it didn't end up more dangerous than what it was. Something to point out for Mandan's offense, they've been relying a lot on number 21 Lincoln Wiseman, but their backup running back, senior Dominic Gigi, is out of the game, out of his pads. He's got his shoulder wrapped up with some ice. Backup safety and backup running back, but it looks like we won't be seeing him for the rest of this one.
Hopefully he's okay. We'll see what Mandan can do on second down. Carlson rolling around. He's got plenty of Saints around him. That's number 50. That's Harrison Grod.
Carlson brought down by number 50.
There on the
Harrison
sack.
Grod.
And now Mandan backed up way back in their own zone.
6 sacks now for this St. Mary's defense. And for Dan Smeeker, that's one stat that you're proud of tonight, that's for sure.
Third
Third and 20 situation for Mandan. Not many plays that you can convert a 3rd and 20 on, but this is kind of damage control with a big-time sack like that, and so we'll see what Mandan can do.
Coming out with the lighter set here with Wiseman out of the game.
Maybe one of those bubble screens again to Jablonski, see what he can do on the outside. Carlson steps up, going to go outside. Frank with the catch, makes a man miss. Makes another man miss. Going down the sideline. He's got enough for a first down. He's all the way down to the 50-yard line. A big catch and run for Try Frank.
Wow. And they're going to call that one a 44-yard pickup for Frank. And we've said it multiple times. He's been the go-to option tonight. Now over 100 yards. Looks like that'll be 101 yards for him on the night at this point in the game.
There's an old saying from a big sci-fi movie, do or do not, there is no try, but there is a try on this Mandan team, and he's doing a lot. So I don't know how much of that rings true, but
That's right.
Mandan right at their own 49. 1st and 10. Shotgun pistol position here, and a handoff to Wiseman up the middle. A gain of a couple there. First carry for Wiseman in the second half.
That gain right there came just at the perfect time for Mandan, back against the wall, deep in your own territory, and a huge pickup from Try Frank. And I actually got it wrong. He's at 111 yards right now, so triple digits for him already on the night. And I have a feeling that won't be the last time we call his name.
Mandan set up at a 2nd and 8. Now in St. Mary's territory. The handoff. It's Wiseman again. And he's met by a gang of St. Mary's Saints. That's actually a loss of 2 there, and that'll bring up 3rd and 10. Good play. A good bounce back play for the Saints on second down.
So the 2 yards he just gained, they get wiped away just as quickly. Got a Saint slow to get up there in the middle.
Number 8, Jackson Richter. He's looks like he's staying in though. It's just a little stinger.
Another big 3rd down for Mandan, but obviously much more favorable field position now if you do end up in a 4th down position and have to punt.
Jablonski wide, Frank on the other side. Plenty of options for Mandan on offense. Carlson steps back, looking to his left. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage again. Luke, another sack here for St. Mary's. That's Ryan Kemple on the sack there.
Lucky number 7 for the Saints brings up a 4-yard loss. 7 sacks, and we're just over halfway through the third quarter. So an impressive job by this.
Apologies to Derek Root on the sack there, but hey, the St. Mary's defense stepping up in big ways when it comes to getting in the backfield. That'll bring out the punting unit for Mandan. Sending it away. Well, first punt of the night for Mandan, and it's a spinner. It's going to be picked up by Vetter, and Vetter going to be met. Gang tackle there right around the 20-yard line. Might give him forward progress there, and that's where the drive will start for St. Mary's. 4:40 to go in the third quarter. This game moving at a quick pace here in Mandan. 14-0 Braves. You got to think this is a crucial drive for the Saints if they want to have some confidence moving into the final break.
For sure, especially at the rate that the clock's going right now. I mean, even if Mandan can't score anymore, the way they're moving the clock is enough. I mean, they washed off about 3.5 minutes on that drive in just 6 plays. So
high formation for St. Mary's. Kralik under center. Play action. Going to float it out. That's Richter on the catch. Makes the grab, about a gain of 2 on the play. He stopped right where he grabbed the ball.
Yeah, load the box right there. Bring in a bunch set with the high formation, and then go with the play action. And once again, Kralik rolling out and hitting his target out of the pocket. But hey, if you're the Saints, that's all you need is to move the ball down the field little by little at this point.
Kralik mentioned it. He's like, when the pressure's on, that's where he feels he plays the best. Well, pressure's on here to make something happen for St. Mary's. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. 14-0 Braves. High formation again. Kralik. Play action. And he is gang tackled there. A sack by a couple of Braves. And it's Brandon Hust on the sack there for Mandan.
Sack number 5 for the Braves, and haven't been keeping track of individual ones, but I think that's a couple for Hust.
Got to be a couple. Hey, you get a sack, you get a sack. These defenses playing the role of Oprah tonight when it comes to the sacks here, but
hey, all you need is, at this point, if you're Mandan, just getting one here and there is enough to set this offense back, and you're doing big things.
Defensive fronts playing a big factor in this one, as we have a 3rd and long for the St. Mary's. Kralik in the shotgun, steps back. A little pressure, gonna throw it deep. That's Jackson Ross. Oh, almost had it. Could have reached his hand out for it potentially, but could have been a game breaker, but unfortunately, just over his head. St. Mary's will be forced to punt here. At least it looks like they'll be forced to punt.
As much as we've talked about the sacks tonight, that was an incredible job up front by St. Mary's.
Again,
Like St. Mary's giving the quarterback plenty of time to throw back there that time, but it looks like they will have to punt this one away.
774 American dollars. Ticket 537.
St. Mary's forced to play the field position game once again, backed up. Hunter Caden Willer standing right about his goal line. Mandan might bring the pressure. Being able to punt it away. Jablonski on the return. And he fumbles it there, but he is able to fall right back on it. So Mandan will take over in Saints territory at the 38.
For the Saints. Again, that's ticket 537-1402. You have won 774 American dollars.
Mandan able to move the ball with their first possession here in the second half, but was stalled right here at midfield and basically take over right where they had to punt last time. So Mandan for the 1st and 10 at the 39 of the Saints, looking for more points, up 14-0 here in the third. Carlson takes the snap, And off to Wiseman, but he's going to keep it himself. Moving, jukes another guy to the left side, able to move up to about the 34-yard line. A good move. A good move by Max Carlson on the play. There is a Saints player down on the field. Looks like Matthew Porter shaking up there on the play.
Sidewalk. Come on, linesman, pull your head out.
We'll, we got coaches.
Our friends from the St. Mary's coaching staff not happy about that one, trying to call it an illegal block, and may have had a case there for it. Obviously, not something you want to see here with a guy on the ground this long.
Matthew Porter, a fantastic wide receiver for the Saints. Second leading receiver entering this one, 21 catches, 249 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. He had a pretty good one, too, against Fargo North last week. Catching it in traffic, but being attended to here by the trainers. Dan Speaker there as well. Players gathering around, getting some rest and some water here. Talking things over here as we got 2:37 to go in the third quarter. Now, if you're the Saints defense, you know you got to button up here. This is kind of a critical moment in the game.
Yeah, and it may be a good time for their defense to get a break too, especially after going 3 and out. A lot of these guys playing both ways. I'm sure it's a good chance for them to kind of catch their breath, sit down and say, hey, we need a big stop right here, especially when Mandan's already on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Matthew Porter able to walk off on his own power, so that's good to see. Looks like we won't speculate on anything, but it looks like he's going to be okay walking over here. And as soon as he gets off the field, we will resume play with a 2nd and 4 for Mandan. At the Saints' 33-yard line. Carlson, a quick pass out. That's Jablonski. Makes a juke and up ahead to a first down for Mandan. Move those chains once again for the Braves.
Got a 5-yard gain there, and hey, just get it to Jablonski quick in space and let him work. That's kind of been the rule of thumb when they found number 2 tonight.
Jablonski with the speed on the outside. A true weapon for these Mandan Braves. He seems to break it every game for Mandan. We got a 1st and 10 from the Saints 28-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the third. Carlson in the shotgun. A little pass out. Jablonski again, this time on the left side. Moves outside and pulls the ball, but is able to go out of bounds, so no harm, no foul there. And that'll go to about the 13-yard line for the Saints, or pardon me, the 18-yard line. Saints in the red, or Braves in the red zone, excuse me.
So 11-yard gain there. It looks like they're going to call it. So 16 straight yards there for Jablonski. And just kind of the same thing, just opposite side of the field. Quick swing pass into the flats and let him work.
See if they dial his number one more time, but Lincoln Wiseman on the left side of Max Carlson. Haven't seen him yet on this drive. Just like that, we hand it off as he jets outside to the right side, moves up, and about a gain of 6 on the play for the senior.
Wiseman now sitting 73 yards on the night. So pretty good production for him thus far.
Pretty good game for him, all things considered, with the cast on the hand. And we weren't quite sure if he was going to play tonight. And, you know, he's gritting through it with the broken arm.
Wasn't even listed on the depth chart this week.
No, a little gamesmanship from Coach Sheldon, maybe. We'll see. Pistol formation, 2nd and 4. Carlson hands it off. Lincoln Wiseman up again. About the 10-yard line, a couple yards shy of the first down.
Made by number 50, Harrison Grad.
Not surprised to see him going back to the ground here in the red zone. The field shrinks a little bit, and he's going to work for 4 yards every time. That's all you need. 3 to 4 yards in a cloud of dust, and that's been Wiseman's game tonight.
So Mandan looking to dial something up. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Do you think any kind of points could make things difficult for St. Mary's here. A big third down for both teams. Carlson takes it himself, looking for a first down. He is just at the first down marker. We'll see where they spot the ball.
Nice little read option there. Decided to keep it. Holding it right at the line.
Might get a measurement here. Who knows? See what our officiating crew does here. They think they're going to mark it short. That's going to be 4th and inches.
So we might see Mandan run this clock out to try to switch it to the field and run into the 4th quarter.
That might be just what they do as the play clock higher than the game clock here in the 3rd quarter. And there it is, triple zeros at the end of 3, 14-0 Mandan. After 3, we go to the 4th quarter of Mandan St. Mary's after this. All right, welcome back to the 4th quarter now. Mandan on a 4th and inches play, lining up in a shotgun position. Carlson takes the snap, going to hand it off. That's going to be near the first down marker. Looks like it's going to be enough.
Wyatt Peel on the carry.
That's Wyatt Peel on the carry, the fullback there. It'll be 1st and goal, Mandan.
Gotta love fullback football, man. Just hand it to the big guy and let him push his way up the middle. All he needed was a couple of inches, and that's what he got to bring up a 1st and goal situation now inside the 10.
All right, Mandan picking up a 1st down on the 4th and inches play. Coming out of the 4th quarter, we now pick it up. 2nd play of the 4th quarter. 1st and goal for Mandan. Looking for another score in the red zone. Try Frank moving inside to the line. A handoff. That's Lincoln Wiseman met at the line again. That front line, it's hard to run inside on these things.
Great job. Wiseman tried to make a little spin move there, but great job by that front 3. It's constantly, seems like all night, it's been right there in the middle. It's been number 70, Will Marks, just creating pressure.
You think if you're Todd Sheldon, you think this is 4 down territory anyway? A touchdown, field goal, doesn't really matter. You're going to go up 3 possessions either way, so you're really playing for 4 downs here. Second.
See them go to the air here with Wiseman out of the game.
2nd down. Rabbit Davenport in, but a timeout to Mandan. They got to talk things over here with 10:48 here in the 4th quarter.
It seems like a situation where Mandan might be trying to catch St. Mary's on their heels, and Sheldon immediately goes to talk to Try Frank in the huddle. It seems like they may have been looking Frank or Jablonski there, maybe a one-on-one situation at the goal line, especially pulling Wiseman out of the game at that point. Looked like they were probably trying to go to the air, maybe a fade to the corner, but Sheldon has to call a timeout.
Well,
doesn't seem too happy about it either. Obviously, you want to take advantage of that while you can.
While we got a break here, let's check in on some scores from around the state. We got Dickinson High up 11-0 over Devils Lake. Jamestown on 11 single A football. Jamestown up 13-6 at halftime against Wahpeton. Century tied at 7 with Fargo Shanley right now, out in Fargo Shanley. That's one still with about 6 minutes left in the first half. The last I saw as well, Legacy up 28-0 on Williston. So just some of those scores from our West teams out here. As we pick it up here, 2nd and 6 out of the timeout for Mandan.
Man coverage on both receivers. Good to see him go one-on-one here.
Try Frank, moving again. Carlson looking for Jablonski on the fade. It's going to be off his fingertips and incomplete.
He had what he wanted, one-on-one on top, and Jablonski went inside, then went back to the back corner on the front pylon and just couldn't haul it in. So that'll bring Wiseman back into the game, and now you kind of create a little more space to give yourself an option to either run or throw the ball.
Jablonski had a really good move there on that corner, too.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, you think you got a couple plays here if you're Todd Sheldon, so maybe see a run out of the shotgun position here, maybe a read option. They've been doing that a few times with Carlson here in the goal situation. Frank in motion. Carlson rolling to his left. He's going to take it himself. He's going to find the end zone. Touchdown, Mandan. Max Carlson on the carry, his 3rd touchdown of the season.
Nice job there. A little speed option to the left again. That's probably the 2nd or 3rd time we've seen that one tonight. Found a hole inside the tackle and took it up himself and fell forward into the end zone for a nice touchdown. One of those long sustained drives there for Mandan. Looking at 10 plays to put together a nice drive and put 6 more points on the board.
Alex Wagner with the extra point. 2 for 2 tonight. We're going to make it 3 for 3. Oh, announcer Jinx here. He is 3 for 3 on the night. He's going to be preparing for a WDA regional playing game on Tuesday for the Mandan Braves on the soccer pitch. See if he can get his team to keep their season alive. But it's 21-0 Mandan with 10:38 to go in the final frame.
He's now 16 for 21 on the year for extra points. Easy night for Wagner.
So the Saints in desperation mode need 3 touchdowns to at least send this to overtime. You got to think they're going to dial up a little hurry up now. The Saints on their heels here in Mandan. Braves playing great football all around. Offense, defense. It's a reason why they're ranked in the state number 3 overall coming into this week. A lot of respect for this Mandan Braves team. Mandan setting up on the kickoff here as Wagner ready to send it deep. Kick is away. Paul Vetter able to gather it, make it his way to middle of the field there, and carrying a pile here past the 30, down to the 32-yard line. And St. Mary's setting up there at their own 32, looking for some offense here in the final quarter.
Yeah, St. Mary's kind of in a desperation mode right here with just under 2.5 minutes to go in the game. And playing on your heels, we talked about not abandoning the run game, but you almost have to at this point. Just things that a few here and there, but you have to be able to pass the ball and be able to move it really quick at this point in the game.
So Kralik in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers to his left. He's going to hand it off to Vetter. Vetter up ahead, but just for a couple. And able to shut it down there.
The clock just ticking now. Nothing in St. Mary's favor as they try to get closer and closer to putting some points on the board and hopefully not getting shut out by this Mandan Braves team.
We don't see St. Mary's second leading receiver, Matthew Porter, in the game. It's Gavin Miller that's in on the wide receiver core. St. Mary's lines up in a shotgun position here. Kralik, 2nd and 9. Hand it off. This time to Jackson Richter. Gets to the sideline. tackle before he gets out of bounds, and that'll be a gain of 5. Bring up 3rd and 2 for the Saints. The clock ticking here, 9:30 to go and counting.
Well, the Saints are trying to move the ball. Mandan's got to be thinking this could be their 2nd consecutive shutout after beating Williston 49-0 last week.
A big 3rd down for the Saints. Tommy Kralik with 3 wide receivers to his right. Steps back. Looking for a man, but he is swallowed. There. Brandon Rust again. Another sack. I think that's 3 for him on the night. And it's a big one. A loss of 7. They'll bring up 4th down, and St. Mary's is going to bring out the punting unit once again.
Just a great job tonight by Brandon Rust getting back in the backfield again. Kralik nowhere to go with the ball. And that brings the sack total to 6 for Mandan tonight. St. Mary's has 7 sacks. Mandan has 6.
Kane Willer there to punt it away. Straightaway punt. Jablonski there to gather it. It's outside the 30. He makes a couple moves and brings it past the 40 to the 45-yard line. And that's where Mandan's offense will set up.
And it looks like, looks like the Mandan's going to send in the backup quarterback and try to just run this last 8.5 minutes out.
Hudson Sheldon, their backup quarterback, a sophomore.
He saw some minutes last week, same situation against Williston. He had a chance to get some play time. So still a lot of other starters in the game, though. Just sending out a new quarterback and a couple of new guys up there on the front line.
Revan Davenport in there in the backfield for Mandan, giving Lincoln Wiseman some rest as he takes the handoff. Jets inside, but met at the line of scrimmage by a gain of Saints.
And that'll be just a 1-yard gain, but wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot more of that for Mandan here. Just hand it up and keep that clock rolling. And at the rate we're going, I mean, this game's going to be wrapping up by 8:30. It feels good to get a 6:30 start to a game and be done with it before 9 o'clock. And I'm sure Mandan will be grateful to get some early rest tonight.
Plenty of time for you all watching on the Dakota CW to get a little something to eat before watching the Friday Night Frenzy at 10 o'clock.
That's right.
Mandan takes a play action. Sheldon going deep. It's Jablonski behind the defense, makes the grab, fights down to the 5-yard line. It's another long pass and catch from Carson Jablonski. He is unstoppable on the outside.
Sheldon not afraid to go for the deep ball. He held the fake incredibly well there up the middle and just dropped back and threw a strike 40 yards to Jablonski downfield. That puts him at 72 yards on the night. Just a great pitch and catch there from the Braves offense.
Jablonski looking like a little hard on himself. I'm sure he wanted the touchdown, but hey, you can't argue with 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. So Sheldon in a shotgun. It's Davenport again to his left. Going to be the handoff to Davenport, bouncing outside, but it shakes off a tackle, fights to the pylon. The ball is loose, but they're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 2-yard line before he fumbled, so it'll be 2nd and goal at the 2 for Mandan.
Great play there. I mean, you thought he was going to be swarmed up in the backfield and able to keep those legs churning and keep it going. Stepped out just before the pylon, but some good minutes for these younger guys who maybe haven't gotten as much. I mean, Revan Davenport, a sophomore. We said Hudson Sheldon, a sophomore there at quarterback as well. Got some backup offensive linemen getting some play time in there as well up front. Number 58, Carter Johnson, a senior.
2nd and goal for Mandan. Looking to go up by 4 scores. Sheldon outside. Just try Frank. He's going to look to make a little basketball juke. Goes outside, fights for the pylon, and he is in for his 2nd touchdown of the night. Touchdown, Mandan Braves.
That's another $50 from BNC National Bank.
Try Frank. Have a night. 2nd touchdown of the game. Over 100+ yards. He's having himself quite a game here on homecoming for the senior.
A drive that lasted just about a minute and a half. Just 4 plays. Big strike coming from Jablonski on the 40-yard catch.
Wagner's extra point is up, and it is good. That makes it 28-0 Mandan. Just under 7 to go on homecoming, and it's looking like a party for the home crowd. Enjoying a wonderful performance from their home team in the black and white. The Mandan Braves putting on a show once again.
Tri-Frake, I mean, if we want to go ahead and name an MVP candidate for tonight, 113 yards, 2 touchdowns. That one just 2 yards, but that's all he needed to get in there. Great job by this Braves offense. We set it 40 yards through the air on that Jablonski pass to get him down to the 6-yard line. Then Tri-Frake finishes it off from there.
As for St. Mary's, there are some things you like about the performance. You like the pressure you put on in the first half. You like the interior defense and the way it's played. You just wish your offense could finish off some drives here. And maybe that's what Coach Meeker is looking for here in the final 7 minutes. Something to feel good about as they move ahead to a big game against West Fargo next week at home.
For the Saints, Alex Wagner to kick for the Braves.
Yeah, in a game like this, you got to take all the positives you can and try to move forward. And you know, at this point in the game, you kind of have to look forward at what's next and what's on the horizon as you look to inch closer to the playoffs.
Better going up past the 20, down to about the 24-yard line on the kick return, and that's where St. Mary's will set up on offense once again.
The interesting thing about tonight, just 3 penalties for both teams, so we haven't seen much dirty laundry on the field. It's been a relatively clean game, something both coaches kind of preached that they wanted to have this week, and successfully done that on both sides of the ball for both teams.
Not a whole lot of mistakes on each side. I think they understand it's been a hard-fought game, and each team not really given an edge. St. Mary's, though, looking for a little more on offense as they get going here on a 1st and 10. Kralik outside there is met by Caden Willer on the catch. That is a first down at the 35 for a gain of 11.
Great catch there, just a little curl route coming in, sitting right at the first down marker and getting the first down now. And Mandan's starting to bring in some backups on defense too, some guys who haven't gotten as much play time on defense. And one of those is a guy that has a pretty interesting story. Senior Nolan Johnson, number 9 out there on the field, just his 2nd game back this season after last season tearing up his entire knee, ACL, MCL, meniscus.
Kralik going deep. They're going to sail out of bounds.
We have an update on score from Santa Cruz.
You'd love to hear a story like that of a kid in his senior year getting a chance to get back out on the field and get some reps here after missing much of it. He was a starter last year for this team, and obviously blew out his knee and had a setback, and then able to get back on the field. Number 9 here on the near side, closest to us, playing at corner. So just an awesome story for Nolan Johnson, and a good chance for him to get some reps and test that knee out a little bit.
Stories like that makes high school football the best level of football, in my opinion. St. Mary's on a 2nd and 10. Takes the snap. It's a fumble. Fumble on the play. It's a pile up. Paul Vetter couldn't handle the handoff, but it looks like Jackson Richter able to fall on the ball, and it's going to be Saints ball at the 31-yard line. It'll be 3rd and long.
Good job right there covering that one up and not turning the ball over. Obviously, you don't want to end the game on that kind of note. You don't want to end the game with another turnover, especially this deep in the territory. So great job there by St. Mary's to jump back on it and keep this possession alive for at least one more play.
St. Mary's setting up in a 4 wide receiver set, 2 on each side. Shotgun. Kralik. Media pressure in front of him. Going to dump it off to his wide receiver, Gavin Miller. He's going to be forced out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. See if Coach Meeker goes for it here.
for the Saints.
Talking to Kralik, so might be getting a play piped in here with 4th and 7 to go.
Yeah, 7-yard gain there on the last play. They're changing out some personnel, but it looks like they're going to go for it and not throwing in the hat yet, not waving the white flag. Saints showing a great effort here to try to keep this thing going late in the contest.
Timeout called by Coach Schmeeker. First timeout for the Saints. Talk things over on a 4th and 7.
First time out all night, I think, for the Saints. I don't
First
remember
time
them
out
taking a timeout all in the first half. So first time Dan Speaker's reached in his pocket for those tonight. Each team with 2 timeouts left here in the contest, but I don't think we're going to see many timeouts after this one.
Well, Coach Schmeeker, a legend in himself, you know, at St. Mary's. This is 45th year at head coach at the helm for the Saints. 8 state titles with the Saints, you know, at all kinds of levels. This is going to be an interesting, difficult season with them stepping up into 11 AA. All due to the success factor from the previous years of how well they played at the 11A single A level. You know, making it to go to bowls over and over again, and you know, it's kind of a throwback to the old days of when they played all these big schools, and you know, they're holding their own a little bit up here. Obviously a game winner over a Bismarck team, and no matter what the record is, that Bismarck squad is always going to be one that fights for anything, you know, with Coach Gibson. But I think Coach Schmeeker understands that there are some big things being put on this field for St. Mary's, and they're hoping they can get some of the young guys in here and get some good experience. Kralik, 4th down, turns, throws, and ball's incomplete. That'll be a turnover on downs. Mandan going to take over in Saints territory with 5:24 to go.
Yeah, and you talk about St. Mary's, they put up a valiant effort all year. 2-2 record. That'll slip to 2-3 after tonight. Looking ahead, host West Fargo next week, host Fargo Shanley, or Fargo South, excuse me. Then they're on the road at Legacy and at Shanley. So not easy sledding by any means for the rest of the schedule, that's for sure.
You think they get that West Fargo game, they could be in a position to get a lower seed in the playoffs. You know, you got to pick up some of those games. Of course, a game against Legacy, that'll be an interesting one of teams that I don't think have faced each other ever in program history. Mandan setting up at the 38 of St. Mary's. It's Sheldon going to pitch it out. Jace Johnson with his first carry of the game. To be about a gain of 1. Maybe right back to the line of scrimmage, actually, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Then we talk about Mandan and what they've got coming up. It's at Bismarck next week, then on the road at Dickinson, an 11A opponent. Then they host Fargo Shanley October 14th, and then they're on the road against West Fargo Cheyenne on October 20th to wrap up the regular season. That's one to circle on your calendar if you're watching at home.
Couple of big ones, especially when we're in this QFR era of 11 AA. Every game matters now, no matter who you're playing on the East and the West. Sheldon in the pistol. Going to hand off. Jace Johnson again. Dancing, but is going to be tackled behind the line. A loss of 2. And that St. Mary's defense is not giving up an edge on the inside.
Yeah, lots of young guys getting some reps in here, and great opportunity for them. A great opportunity for the Braves starters to rest as they look ahead to that Bismarck game next week. Obviously, Bismarck, a program that's kind of working from the bottom right now and trailing in their game against Legacy tonight, like we mentioned earlier.
Be a 3rd and 12 for Mandan. Sheldon going to roll to his left, looking for a man, chased by Saints, going to spin around, looking around, razzle-dazzle kind of play, pumps, looking for anybody, and it's incomplete. What an effort there, kind of Kyler Murray-esque running around in the backfield, but we do have a penalty flag on the play, and it might be going up against the offense there.
That's a play you almost just hope to see a completion just so you could say, wow, what a play, but still a valiant effort there from Sheldon in the backfield. I mean, I think he ran 50 yards just in the backfield, going all the way to the left sideline, all the way back to the right sideline.
Purple ball, legal blindside block on the offense. 15 penalty from the foul, 4 down.
So they'll take the penalty and make it 3rd and a whole lot longer. 3rd and 27 now for Mandan. Today they've converted 3rd and 20 plus before. Try Frank on a wild play where he was able to stream down the sideline, get to midfield. That eventually led to a touchdown drive for Mandan. So anything is possible with this Mandan offense, even with the backups in.
3rd and 35.
3rd and 35.
Even longer. I was going to say, they keep taking off steps over there on the far side.
Holy moly. Let's see what Coach Sheldon dials up with Hudson Sheldon behind center. Takes the snap. Gonna let it fly. This is Tristan Ulmer with the grab. Tristan Ulmer, the sophomore tight end, getting it down to the 19-yard line. What a grab. So you make a mark as a sophomore on this team.
Number 48 for 48 yards. What a catch there. What a throw by Sheldon. Literally just looked like 4 birds. If you pull up the PlayStation, I think that's what Sheldon just dialed up there in the backfield.
Well, 3rd and 35, that's about the only thing you can dial up on that down and distance. Less than 4 to go now. Mandan working in the red zone. Sheldon gonna hand it off. It's Johnson up the middle, down inside the 10, down to the 6-7 yard line. The 1st and goal from the 7, Jace Johnson with the backup duties here.
Nice 12-yard gain there for him to pull it inside the 5, and great job up front blocking and creating some space there by the Braves offensive line. We'll see if as the clock continues to wind down here, they try to just keep it on the ground and punch one in.
Yeah, not quite kneeling territory for Mandan. They'll have to run a few plays before the end of this one. So we'll see if we can get another touchdown here. Sheldon takes the snap, hands it off. Johnson to the left side, looking for an edge, and he finds it, and he is in. Touchdown, Mandan. Another rushing touchdown for this Braves offense. It's the 3rd on the night. Jace Johnson with his 1st of the night. He's 2nd on the year. And the Braves are partying to another victory.
Nice job there, just getting to the edge and turning on the wheels. Nobody was going to touch him. He waltzes in for the 7-yard score.
Wegner on to make it 35-0. Snap, hold, and off the upright. So no good on the extra point. 34-0 here.
And of course, we spent a lot of time talking about the big plays. Mandan hasn't scored on the big play necessarily. They had the 24-yard touchdown pass to try Frank in the 1st quarter, but then since then it's been an 8-yard touchdown run, 6-yard touchdown run, 7-yard touchdown runs. They've all been inside the 10-yard line, but it's been the big plays that have set them up to get there, and that includes Jablonski's 40-yard catch. That includes 48-yard catch there on that drive by Tristan Ulmer, the sophomore. So they've had the big plays to get them in position to score.
Score update on the WEA side. Century trailing Shanley at the half, 14-7. But Shanley a good team, and Century, 0-4. But you got to think that team with Coach Wingenbach always has been fighting it. We'll see if they can pull that off. We'll have those highlights tonight on the Friday Night Frenzy. 10 o'clock on CBS on KX. So be sure to tune in at 10 o'clock after this one's concluded. You get all the highlights and the wrap-up from all around the state on the gridiron. 2:42 to go as we kick it off. 34-0 Mandan, St. Mary's. I'll let the ball go by. Probably going to have to eat it up there at the 6-yard line.
Probably not a bad idea to fall on top of that one instead of creating worse field position for yourself. So the St. Mary's offense will come out one more time, probably the last time that we'll see them, as Mandan continues to put in some reserves and try to get these young guys some extra minutes here with under 3 minutes to go in this contest. Any other scores of interest we got there?
Well, looking at Trinity, a team that's number 2 in the state of 11B, 26-15, the Titans leading down in Bowman County. We know that Bowman County Bulldog team always has some fight down there, especially in their home field. Playoff team a year ago, a win away from potentially going to the Dakota Bowl a year ago, and Trinity, just a team on fire through the start of this year. As St. Mary's sets up on the 6-yard line, but we have a stoppage. And Mandan's going to call a timeout.
Looks like they only had 10 men on the field.
Good to coach them up here and make sure we get the right personnel out there. As much as every rep matters for these guys, no matter what the situation is, everyone's got a chance to make an impression on this coaching staff, you know. Even if you're not a starter, you're an underclassman, you're looking to make an impression a little later in your career, and you make a play here, and Coach Sheldon's going to take a notice to it, or Coach Meeker's going to take a notice to it.
That's right. We see these guys counting heads now to make sure they got the right number. I'm not even sure Coach Sheldon knew they had to take a timeout there. He was about 15 yards up the field, but Mandan has to burn one to get the right personnel on the field here. With just under 3 minutes to go, and the Braves well on their way to starting the year 4-1. Best start to a season since 2011. Hard to believe it's been 11 years since they've had this good of a start.
They are clicking on all cylinders for sure. Looking to preserve a shutout with 2:40 to go. There's a handoff up the middle and nothing doing there once again. Braves swallowing up
Brody Cruz,
runner there.
Mandan's, even the backups up front looking good tonight. Great job there creating pressure and keeping it to no gain.
We're clicking to 2 minutes here left in this one. 34-0 Mandan. Battle here at Starion Sports Complex. Braves looking to preserve a shutout. 2nd and 10 from the 6. Another handoff up ahead. Bursting with speed up into the second level and out across the 32-yard line. We don't even have our running back on our play sheet, but number 22 is playing pretty well. Big run for him. Let's take a look at her. Cameron Noslin's there on the carry. The junior. Well, as you know, we are broadcasting this live on the Dakota CW, and we hope you join us next week. Beulah and Shiloh Christian, 7 o'clock next Friday night. We are back again on the airwaves of Dakota CW and the KX News app as we have another carry from Noslin up ahead to the 36-yard line, a gain of 4. But yes, that's going to be another big one. Beulah coming into tonight undefeated. Shiloh only 1 loss in the year to number 2 Dickinson Trinity. That should be a good one over at Shiloh.
Should be a fun game. Beulah has 1 loss on the season though. Beulah lost to Nova Drake Garrison Animus. They're one blemish on the record, but that's a huge region matchup next week here in Bismarck.
So early in the season, and so long ago. This season's going. Here we go. A rollout. It's Fedorchak who's in for a quarterback for the Saints, but that one falls incomplete, rolling to his right. That'll bring up 3rd down.
So that should be a fun one to set up for next week. I mean, Shiloh, and we talked about it earlier, it's going to be 2 very different play styles clashing when you talk about offenses. Shiloh likes to move the ball really up-tempo, really fast. Beulah has that kind of uncanny offense that many people don't see around the state very often. So it should be fun to see what Jim Dooley and Fanon Barker pair up against each other.
It's Noslin on the carry as we hit zeros on the game clock. And that is it. Mandan going to go ahead and win this one 34-0. They do get their revenge from a year ago in quite a dominating fashion. We'll be back after the break to wrap this one up from Mandan.
Just another reminder, your brain.
Welcome back to Mandan, wrapping up a 34-0 victory for the Mandan Braves. And Luke, we got to say, on the Mandan side, let's start with the dominant effort this team put on both sides of the ball. Your impressions of how Mandan was able to pull it off against St. Mary's?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we talk about this offense a ton. We talked about them all week on KX. We talked about them here tonight a ton, but it was really the defense that put out a stout effort. Obviously getting the shutout, 6 sacks. They had the interception by the linebacker early in the game. That was a huge difference maker, a turnover deep in the red zone. And, the Braves defense maybe a little overshadowed by the offense that's been so good and so athletic, but the defense showing up tonight. Offensive side, Try Frank, 113 yards, 2 touchdowns. Called him from 2 different quarterbacks, too. But Max Carlson, a great job as the starter back there at QB. 192 yards through the air, just shy of 200. Had a touchdown through the air and on the ground. So great performance from him as well.
You got to imagine with the St. Mary's Saints, that turnover in the red zone early in the first half. They were driving, they were looking for points, and they really kind of turned the tide for them. Their defense played well in spots, looking at the stats here. But, what do you take away if you're Coach Schmeeker with the Saints?
Well, I think you got to find the little things to build on going forward. Obviously, we mentioned their schedule. There's nothing easy coming up on this schedule with Les Fargo, Fargo South, Legacy, and Shanley, the last 4 opponents they'll see. But I think, sometimes you got to go back to the drawing board. And we know whatever it is that they have to do, Dan Schmeeker is going to be the guy to figure it out. He's been doing this a long time. And we know that he is definitely the guy that can put the pieces together and put this Saints team in a position to battle for a playoff spot.
Certainly. Well, we have one more coming up next week. We have another game and we will be live for. It'll be Beulah Miners at the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. Excited to bring you that one next week at 7 o'clock Central on Dakota CW, as well as on KXNet.com and the KX News app. Luke, first thoughts on that one? We were talking about it before the break.
Yeah, like I said, the 2 coaches that coach very different styles. That's going to be a fun one to watch. 2 high-powered offenses that play 2 very different styles. So the preparation for that one going to be very different, but should be a fun game.
Well, that wraps us up here in Mandan. 34-0, the Braves get the win over the St. Mary's Saints. We thank you for watching on the Dakota CW, on KXNet.com, and elsewhere, wherever you are. We hope you switch over to KXMB and KXMC to watch the 10 o'clock news and the Friday Night Frenzy with Tristan, Adina, myself, and Luke. A wrap-up of all the football highlights from around the state. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.